Within weeks of the end of the war, the Whig Party, which had done so well with war hero William Henry Harrison, saw Taylor as their ticket back to the White House. Taylor was intrigued, but he didn't see himself as a party man. "I am a Whig, but not an ultra-Whig," he said. "If elected, I would not be the mere president of a party. I would endeavor to act independent of party." That was good enough for the Whigs. He went on to defeat Lewis Cass, a Democratic senator from Michigan, in the general election. Being a war general was hard, but being president was harder. For one thing, the Mexican-American War had reignited the slavery debate. How would all this new territory be integrated into the Union? What part would be slave? What part would be free? The political balance stood precariously at 15 free states and 15 slave states. Any additional states would tip the scales one way or the other. How would this be resolved? If anyone was in a position to resolve it, Taylor seemed to be that man. Like many in the South, he was a slave owner. He owned plantations in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Kentucky with over 300 slaves. Like many in the North, he opposed the expansion of slavery into the new territories. He was strongly pro-Union. When aggrieved Southerners threatened secession, Taylor bluntly informed them that he would hang any traitors with less reluctance than the deserters and spies in Mexico.
"Calhoun is on my back to declare California for slavery. Clay is on the other side of the fence, and while they quarrel, there is some force at work to undo the treaty."
He endorsed immediate statehood for California and New Mexico, both of which were likely to become free states. As serious talk of civil war arose in Congress and across the country, an aging Henry Clay struggled to engineer one last grand bargain. California would be admitted as a free state. The territories of New Mexico and Utah would decide for themselves whether to be free or slave. And to appease the South, the Fugitive Slave Act, requiring runaway slaves to be returned to their owners, would be strengthened. Taylor would have none of it. First of all, he disliked Henry Clay. He thought that Clay never gave him the respect he felt he deserved. If Clay was for it, Taylor was against it. But second, he adamantly opposed the Fugitive Slave Act. Because of Taylor's opposition, Clay's grand bargain got nowhere.
Can you die by eating too many cherries? Well, the 12th president of the United States may have had that fate. Zachary Taylor was attending a ceremony at the Washington Monument. The day was hot and humid, and the president was thirsty. He drank a glass of iced milk, which was believed to have been contaminated with bacteria, and then proceeded to eat a large bowl of cherries. Within hours, President Taylor began experiencing severe stomach cramps and vomiting. He was treated with a variety of remedies, including opium, ipecac, and even leeches, but nothing seemed to help. His condition worsened over the next several days, and he eventually died. Some historians and medical experts believe that the cherries might have been contaminated with bacteria or pesticides, while others speculate that the president may have had gastroenteritis or some other illness that was exacerbated by the cherries and milk. Can you die by eating too many cherries? Well, the 12th president of the United States may have had that fate.